Hey everyone, it took me a quick minute to do this video, but I have to do it because I feel like this was life-changing advice for me. I read this book by Dr. Frank Suarez, and what I was looking for is I was trying to get rid of pain, chronic inflammation, bloating. I looked pregnant after eating any meal. I looked like 5, 6 months pregnant and I couldn't figure out why. I had heartburn, I had indigestion, I had seasonal allergies, not allergies, seasonal allergies, and chronic pain on my neck, on my back, just a lot of discomfort. I wasn't really sleeping well. My period was pretty heavy and painful. Anyway, I started reading this book because this doctor, who is no longer with us, had a very specific video in which he told me how to get rid of that bloating. And it turns out I've been eating wrong all my life. And we don't get taught these things. We get passed down eating habits from our family and culture. And so I became very passionate about this topic because I've seen my friends, shout out to my friend Jasmine, wonderful doula. This is why I'm like, I got to make this video, who's going through seasonal allergies. And I didn't think that any of these things, except for the bloating, perhaps, were really necessarily going to go away. It just became one of those things that was the benefit of me literally changing the way I ate. And I don't want to call it a diet because I don't feel it's a diet. I just feel like we are finally taught how to eat in a way that is proportionate. And this is the way we should have ate. And I feel like we abuse carbs in this country, not just this country. I feel like in Mexico, we did it too. It's just a cultural thing, the pan dulce and all that. It's just not good. But anyway, instead of telling you all the things that are not good, I'm going to tell you the things that he told me to change. And it is not like impossible to do this. It actually feels like it might be a little complicated at first, but it's not. It's further from the truth. It is very manageable. It is, you don't have to necessarily cut anything out. The only things that I officially cut out were like, no, and even then I could still have them once in a while. But I really officially only cut out inflammatory oils. Anything that's not avocado, anything that's not coconut and olive oil. Those are the only three oils that I cook with now because everything else is inflammatory. So anyway, this is the book, and it is in Spanish, but I know that there's a way to obtain it in English, and that I bought it on Amazon. That this is the most updated edition. So basically, it's talking about like how to speed up your metabolism. Why is it slow to begin with? And he also wrote this other one, which I'm planning on reading a recording so that my mom can listen to it because she is blind. And so this is, he also talked about how to manage your diabetes in a manage our in a way that you can do it so you can actually feel good. And I believe that this is all connected. But anyway, so let me tell you what I did and how I believe I lost about 30 pounds. Um, I had my son 3 years ago, so last year I started eating better. And then I can't remember the exact date now. I wish I would have written it down of when I started, but I will tell you that it was 1 or 2 consistent months in where I ate as clean as possible. And by clean, I mean hardly any processed foods, because the more processed something is, the worse it is for your body. The more ingredients it has, no good. I try to stick to like 1 or 2 um, ingredients or like just whole foods as a whole. And so no seed oils, like I explained, I just do the three. Less processed, whole foods, less carbohydrates, more water. I definitely wasn't drinking nearly enough water, and he gives you how much you should drink for your body weight. There's a little formula. It's pretty easy. I'll probably put it in the description. And then also less sugar. I definitely was heavy on my refined sugar, but I cut it down for those 2 months, and I immediately started feeling so much better. Like, I felt more confident. I felt better sleep. I lost the weight, and that was a bonus. I just wanted to feel better. I wasn't necessarily looking to lose the weight right away. And this is without you guys, this is without me working out at all. Like I'm not working out except for chasing my toddler around the house. Less foggy, less cravings, and obviously the bloating was so much better. I was so guys, you don't understand how hard it was for me to just wear a cute top that was a little tight because then I immediately looked pregnant and I my confidence just went out the door. So like this was the main reason I was looking for help, but I feel like I just have to like I have to put it out there because I feel like we don't know how we're supposed to eat, and I ended up like realizing this year every year I had so much like congestion. I had like the sneezes, I had like the whole, you know, the horrible feeling you get when you get those allergies. I'm in Arizona, so we get, you know, all the dust, all the season change, like it's intense. And I had to buy medicine every year. I would even go to my doctor and she'd be like, hey, look, you got to take this so that it's manageable. And I was like, I guess I'll take it. This year, I'm like, wait a minute, shouldn't I be taking this medicine by now? I realized that I didn't need it this year. I didn't need the medicine this year. Like, it was insane. Like I haven't done anything but change the way I eat. And you don't have to. Here, don't get me wrong. You don't have to. Like carbs are not the enemy. The enemy is when you abuse them. And so our body needs more protein than carbs, especially since live a very sedentary lifestyle, which means we sit a lot. We don't exercise a lot. We're a lot of couch potatoes, a lot of TV. Hashtag no judgment. That's also me sometimes. But what I'm saying is your body is not going to burn all those carbohydrates, that extra carbohydrates that you're eating because you're not doing the work to burn them. And therefore it turns them and stores them, it stores them as fat. Um, because it's like, well, I don't have anything to do with these, so I guess I'll just store them. I can't burn them with energy or with exercise. So it's just sitting there, and then next thing you know, your body starts becoming resistant to insulin, and you start getting, you know, diabetes. And it's this thing that people are like, oh my gosh, it's caused by sugar. I mean, yes and no. It's caused by carbohydrate abuse because the carbohydrates turn into sugar to fuel your body to keep moving. And when we're not using them, your body's like, well, I don't know what to do with all this sugar, and now I don't feel good. And so anyway, but the easiest way to explain it, he actually goes into the type of nervous system you have. If you have a chill nervous system, then you stick more to think red meats and stuff like that. If you have a more like uh, and then he gives you ideas on how to tell the difference between both. I just didn't want to make this video super duper long, but I can make a different one in English because a lot of his content is in Spanish, and this is why I'm making this video in English because I feel like the people who don't speak the language still need to get this information. And so look at my little llama plate here. Basically, if you get this plate, usually mine might be a little bit bigger. I just happen to have this plate. You basically want to do this 1/4 can be, this is how I do it. Like I have my protein. So if your nervous system is a little more intense and more like worked up in fight or flight mode, which unfortunately I'm there, you stick to more like white meats, like chicken, you eat like white fish, stuff like that. Those are your best friends. So you fill up your plate with protein, with veggies. This is most of your plate. And then the 1/4 of carbohydrates is where you can pick like a tortilla, you could pick some rice, you could pick some pasta. It just cannot go more than that. That's when you're abusing it. That's when your body's like, I don't know what to do with all these carbs. And so that's the key. That's it. There's like no literal like, oh my gosh, you gotta eat this and you gotta count your carbs and you gotta weight your food. Like it's none of that. It's literally just cut down your carbs, bro, and you're gonna feel better and your body's gonna thank you and you're gonna notice all these different things that come with the bonus of eating right, and including you get rid of pain and seasonal allergies, and like your period, if you're a lady, is less heavy. It's just like I feel like we should have a class, a nutrition class in high school or something, where we're like, this is how you eat, not the pyramid way. Turn the pyramid upside down. And so the carbs should be lower. Everything else should be higher. And so for example, like let's say I want to eat, I don't know, chicken or whatever and some veggies. And then I'm like, well, what's my carb gonna be? Sometimes my carb is a soda because I felt like having a soda. Sometimes my carb is a piece of cake because I wanted a little cupcake. Or maybe it's a piece of chocolate, or maybe it's chips. You guys, I have to tell you, I had the worst like addiction to chips. I was like, I would eat something, I'm like, I need some chips. I would just wake up like, oh, today's the day for chips. As soon as I started changing my mindset of like, okay, I can eat cleaner and better, the craving for chips disappeared, guys. It doesn't mean I don't like chips. It doesn't mean that I won't eat a nice serving if I feel like it. It just means that now my body's like, okay, I can enjoy it, but I don't have to abuse it. And it is the best feeling. And I wish that for you too. I wish for you to feel so good from eating right that you're like, I no longer have to bounce from diet to diet to feel better. And this is what this doctor went through. He legit, this is him, this is his picture. He got tired of being a gordito, like he was heavy. And he bounced from diet to diet. And he was like, I have to find a way. Like, I have to find the right way to eat. And I am so happy that I came across his content in TikTok, and I'm so happy that I watch his videos on YouTube to help with my bloating. I'm so happy that I read the book because now not only do I have like healthy options, including for medication and stuff like that, like he's more holistic. Um, I actually changed my life. I feel like this is a life change. I feel good. I don't feel the pain. I feel like I could chase my son and not be exhausted. I feel like I have more energy. It's just worth it, guys. So I wish the same for you. And thank you for watching. I hope that this helped you in any way. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like to, hear more about how to tell your nervous systems different, like apart, I can also put links to his videos. If there's Spanish speakers that would like to access his content, sorry. I just feel like it's underrated, and I feel like he was, unfortunately, they say he committed allegedly suicide, but if you know, you know. But anyway, so that's my 2 cents on how I changed my life in a short period of, I think I felt the difference in 2, 3 months, and now I've been doing this for maybe 9 months or so. And let me tell you guys, I would not go back. And if I had a day where I'm like, you know what, I just want pizza today, I'm just gonna eat what I want, your body will be okay for that one day because it knows that you're treating it well. It's like, okay, I'm okay with one bad meal. It will be okay. So you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I can't eat any of this anymore. And that is beautiful.